Monster and Miles Ross please kick us off with the first Scuff Pick'em?
Well, it's tough. I'm thinking I'm going perfect on the day. And honestly, the way things are shaking up, there's something in the air right now. I might be going with the Ravens.
He's feeling the birds.
I'm feeling the birds in the first match.
I am not feeling the birds because they got beat by Vancouver on LAN at Major 1. It is different when you play in person. And in person, the Gentlemates won a LAN. I'm going Gentlemates to open up the day.
It is different. It is different in person your first time around. This is the second shot at it. I got the Ravens taking this one. The state of the Gentlemates is concerning. I think Ravens win this one 3-2.
It is concerning, but the last time we were on LAN, they won, and that's the point Chris Puckett just made, my incredible host. It's my goat. I'm going Gentlemates, of course.
We're split 2-2. Crowd, let us know, who do you have in this fight as we send it down to one of the greats in the industry, the lovely Frankie Ward.
Yeah, Frankie.
Birmingham, keep that noise going. It's the Paris Gentlemates!
It has been a tough run for the Paris Gentlemates after Major #1, but listen, you need pressure to become diamonds. You need pressure to get better. And for the Paris Gentlemates and the talent on this roster, it is all business as they take the stage. And there is no better time than in the UK for them to start making their big turnaround. I have no doubt the Paris Gentlemates will show us something special here on this stage.
All right, guys, please give your appreciation for your players. Envoy, Neptune, Sip, and Ghosty. Their opponents, well, they're looking to put the ghost of Texas to rest here in Birmingham. Please welcome the Carolina Royal Ravens.
You just heard the thunderous crowd get loud supporting the Royal Ravens. Listen, these guys at Major 1, they bombed out. And there's been a narrative behind them that they cannot perform on LAN. Well, they've taken great strides in the online stage. And when the pressure's been the highest in the Game 5s this stage, they have been unbeaten. They might need another Game 5 in order to take down the champs. But to be the best, you got to beat the best.
Okay, Birmingham, please show some appreciation for that. Graves, Exceed, and Nero. Come on, Birmingham. Keep that energy up, please, Birmingham. These two teams are fighting.
Hello, everybody. It's been a minute, huh? You know, Joe and I were joking. Listen, we were here 8 years ago during the World War II season. It was only Joe and I's second event casting together.
It's been a long time.
Which already makes me feel old. You know, we were actually at Nando's getting some food, and Dashy and Hoop were there. We were chatting with them. I was like, bro, how many players outside of you guys were even there? And we came up with TJ. Then I had to hit up EasyMac to find who else. It was Insight and Abizi. That is 5 out of our current 48 players that were competing back then.
Yeah, I mean, and Insight was like just into it, right? He had like a top 64. So, yeah, it's been a very long time, but we are very happy to be back.
No, it's going to be incredible. Place is already packed, and we have sensational matches to come at you. Format a little bit different for this particular qualifying stage into Major 2. We have 2 play-in matches to lead into our double elimination bracket of 8 teams. This will be our first play-in match, an elimination match. One team gets into the bracket, one team goes home. Joe, what are we looking at to kick us off?
Yeah, I mean, listen, the desk got a hit.
Faze getting right into the fray here early. Nero, you know the nuclear missile he's able to be. The guy can absolutely light it up, and he's doing it right now as he pops 3 as he gets going early.
And that's what Ant talked about, right? A lot of focus on the ARs for these two guys to get it together. And did not have a great Major 1. We know the sort of player that Nero can be. Where the subs, I mean, that has been sort of your soul of this squad. I mean, Exceed's been great in Surge, but you look at Trays and Lurks and just the impact that they have on this map. But Paris fighting back. We're going to rotate towards that P2 where you're going to have a 2-on-2. Sib's going to find one. You're hoping to get this straight on the Lurks, and you do.
I know Paris hasn't necessarily been Paris, but they've started to show glimpses of it maybe over the past couple of weeks. Threat to the Ravens side. When you're talking about Paris and the talent they have.
I mean, it's going to be Neptune, right? Just what he can do. And by the way, the last couple of Game 5s, some of the bigger matchups, he has been back. He's been around like a 1.1 to a 1.2. So individually, it feels like he's locked in.
Sib trying to push out and get any kind of space they can for the upcoming Hardpoint, but they've got Royal Ravens right where they want them for now. Pinned out top left, getting all this time. It could not look better for this Paris side. The Ravens have only found 8 points so far through the 2 Hardpoints. We're going at 15 seconds remaining on this. They are bottled up, getting shut down. Everybody negative currently. A talent and slaying diff right now, but Lurks, man, the guy you expect or hope to find the openers for this team and get them to find success, is found 3. To at least get them forward, maybe allow them to apply a little pressure.
He's already rotated. You had the spawns for P2, and you hold off that first wave. But we know this is a massive money hill. This could easily be a 100-point game after this. Again, we talk about just sort of that mental battle for Carolina, not how you wanted to start map 1, but can you find a break? Able to take down 2, down in Neptune, and go see that is going to be 3. Last one, make it 4. They find the break.
They needed the break desperately with 30 seconds remaining, because, yeah, you got to think those thoughts about, are we going to show up on land, creeping more and more as you get buried into a hole.
Yeah, it's just tough when you're talking to your teammates. All right, guys, we got shit on map 1. Let's lock in for map 2. Like, yeah, that combo over and over again, it's not easy.
The tough part, though, I mean, behind Envoys too, you've been able to contest a lot of this. It hasn't led to a ton of time for Royal Ravens. Now you're going to hopefully be able to pin them in the back. This is going to work out well for Paris. I thought with 30 seconds for Ravens, it's a decent...
This setup here from Paris, it looks like they're going to go solar side. Neptune's going to be the first one here, and he just finds so much info, plus a kill, going to back away and play his life. You love to see this. And it's this disciplined play that sometimes can get away from the Gentlemates. They love to ego chow.
No, 100%. Like those kills from Neptune, though, the big ones in this title we've talked about a lot. Like, you have that rotation, you have your player forward that's going to lie down, pick a spot, have to guarantee 1, and Neptune's able to do just that. Alleviate some of the pressure early, and now sets up Sib to nearly pop a triple, but Envoy's got his cross, and this is locked down Hardpoint. 80-point advantage. This is what we have expected to see from this Paris team. This is what we know they're capable of. It's a great start, and well, you know, frying right now, Dylan Envoy.
I mean, this is just sort of what we expected them throughout stage 1. Coming out in map 1, just out-rotating. If you are the Ravens, you have a chance to get back into the game. Don't think you have a Hellstorm, so maybe one little positive there, but Envoy again opens things up for a break attempt.
Well, we're searching for silver linings through our first set of Hardpoints. Probably not the best side for Carolina Royal Ravens, but yeah, the chance to answer, and they have to answer. They need time, and they need time desperately. Neptune trying to break it up. They're able to deal with him. Pushing out the opposite side will be Lurks, and now some great time earned for Royal Ravens. You get the rest of this, you're back within 40 to 50, and you're in a decent spot to make a rally. Fact is, you had to have that and get blown out.
Yeah, you needed a response, and you're getting it. And as you said, just everybody starting to slay now, 8 in a row as a squad. Got 3 players on the streak, and this is the guy we've been talking about. Not doing with the sub right now on this P5. Has the M15 out. 6 in a row, and now trying to find that Hellstorm, and the shots on point, the movement on point. This jump
basically shout out to 3 mid-map. Doesn't get set up for an easy one. It's a volley of kills for Paris. But now, indoor second set of rotations, you're down 50. You're feeling alright, your Ravens. The fact is, you got slammed up the gate. You're very little to talk about positively. But this young man in Lurks, you can see why Nameless, maybe say top 8 as an SMG player. It's not the sub out, but he is demolishing Paris currently.
You know, a big set right before that hill popped. You had a nice setup for Paris to get into that P1, but a team kill comes through. Lurks is then able to find that double. So Sib's going to fight back to try to get some of this scrap time. He's going to rotate. And that was, you know, the key throughout that first set is how late they were on a lot of these rotations, and they're late again.
I'm fired up. I'm already dripping sweat, by the way. This is going to be a fun weekend. I think I went for a light yawn. This into the first half of the P3. Right now, though, it's Ravens inside. They're trying to answer back. That deficit continues to shrink. Faze struggling. You'd like to see him turn it around, but the rest of the squad has started to pick it up. He's at least able to turn that into 1. A one-on-one's going to go down near the point. Nero can't walk away with that. That'll be Paris in a similar situation the first time through. Got right side spawns. Well, I take it back. There's a split.
Yeah, I mean, Envoy was so far pushed up. I don't know if you're going to read this. If you're Josie, you had that safe spawn. So Nero, a chance to play hero, to set them up for this P3 and get them into some of this time, plus flip this spawn. So a little bit of luck on their side.
I was just about to highlight how perfect it was for Paris again. Nero pops in. Is that a luck or is that a misplay there from Paris?
I think it was just like how far their players were up pushed, but I don't think as soon as Gochi spawns there, he's probably not thinking someone's going to spawn behind me. So maybe a bit of both.
Bit of both. 18, now 15 and 20. Lead change. Ravens out in front is crazy. Comes alive.
Yeah, I mean, I did not think he needed to challenge that second player, but that is how they are feeling right now as they take that lead. Some splits coming in again here for Paris, but it is so tough to break this P3, and you can see why. Sib wants to get involved, but he wants to make sure that they have spawns for next, or at least is out to help his teammates, and he's been pretty much out of this. So this has been uncontested for Ravens.
Maybe a little indecisive currently from Paris. They're just going to opt to have to rotate. They had really one crack at that from the back. Now they got to go. Sib is going to drop. They know Exceed is here ahead on rotation.
And I mean, we talked about just sort of the disciplined gameplay for Paris and how good it looked since that P5. I mean, they have, what, 20 points since that time?
It went from choke slam to reverse choke slam. Like, this is dominant out of Royal Ravens. What a run it has been. What a rotation. Here from 3 to 4, they win every fight. An opening pick for Paris might be a threat to get pressure here almost instantly. Still spawning pretty close though. Ravens are going to try to battle back into this quickly. Massive gunfights going down. Exceed finessing towards the back, but can't take that one.
Yeah, but you go for this, right? If you continue to play this, if you are Ravens, you have a couple of Hellstorms, or at least Lurks has one for this P5. So you can overinvest, continue to go at this if you want to. Now, P5 was so good for them. You can see Nero spawn up. He's going to try to take a long route. But the rest of the Ravens, yeah, they're going to go maybe one more time. Do have to be careful of feeding the streak back to Sib. He's going to get on this objective time, start to work for it. Oh, well, it's gone.
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Instantly dropped. P5 about to roll. Trap coming in. They win all those fights, and that couldn't be more perfect. You now have right side spawns. You've won everything around the point. You can win it here with the time remaining.
Yeah, Lurch is in the Hellstorm, so he's going to delay this push. You're going to have maybe one more go at this. This is going to slow down the clock, or slow down the play for Ravens. 20 seconds to take map 1.
What, you've been outscored like 200 to 30?
It's a lot to a little.
Something in that ballpark. Just incredible turnaround here for Royal Ravens. From no lifeline to an electric bolt as they start to take over. 12 points just needed for them to close out this map 1 dub. And what a map 1 win this could be for a team that struggled on land in Major 1.
No, yeah, I mean, that's it, right? Just throughout that first set, you're like, uh-oh, here we go again. But if they can close this out, but sometimes closing out exposures is not easy. So you're gonna have 5 seconds here. You would love that scrap time, but then through the middle of the map, Ravens are able to find the initial gunfights.
All blue. Royal Ravens in control with 10 to go for the W. And Nero Exceed have a lockdown mid-map. One final push gonna come in for Gentlemen. They gotta get in, they gotta break, but the line is holding for now. The line will hold, the map is done. Ravens down 100. Round 1 underway.
Yeah, well, this is just, again, that battle between Exceed and Sib. And, well, Envoy, he's going to open things up with a nade. So he's going to find that first blood, gets the second one as well, and these are the kind of rounds we're talking about. You have a 2-man advantage. Let's not throw these away. Sib does get picked, but now you're just trying to close this out.
They push it together. Ace. They cut him down, give him the ace. Maybe that's what I thought maybe executing on A. Looks like they want to try and isolate Envoy tunnel. You got the information on him via Exceed's angle with the snipe. Envoy not able to get away with his life, and he loved that play out of Ravens.
Yeah, and you kind of tell like Envoy wanted to maybe push Exceed, but he has no help, and then you lose tunnel control. So he's just trying to back up, but the timing on point, and now you're starting to work this bomb plan.
But just a really good info game. Get info, isolate. Perfectly done by Ravens for the first blood. Now just have to hold on to the 4v3. Neptune's POV now, as they use utility to try and work up on this. He wants to get dancing. Sib able to get a pick. Neptune damaged into 2, but not able to walk away with a kill. We'll see if his teammates can clean up the scraps. Not gonna happen. Carolina answered back and even us up.
Yeah, some shaky shots. Also, you missed those nades, right? Neptune, he throws one.
Now see Paris trying to get work on offense again. Can't rely on an Envoy ace every round.
Maybe.
Or maybe, okay, I lied. Maybe he can rely on it. He continues to dominate around tunnel. That'll be number 5 for Envoy. A second first blood for him. And they've taken a bunch of space here. The 2 players remaining. Just gonna lock it down opposite corners as Sib will hold this. Play not going in yet. Don't want to give up anything. They want to dodge the nades first and foremost. Nade not gonna connect. Shots are. Envoy's gonna get several in the round, and Paris once again cruise to an offensive round win. Yeah, these are first bloods.
Good nades hitting there, just slowing things down. They see, though, he's going to find that first blood. Lurks with the second, so it has been all offense throughout this second map so far, and will it stay in that way as Nero snaps onto the second.
All offense so far. Who's going to get the first stop defensively. Things up defensively, and well, you kind of saw the change up there. No early first blood for Envoy, but Sib's like, that's all right. I'll get it. One of the more prolific snipers in the league, and then a team kill comes in from Ravens, from a Simtex, from Craze. So it's like an early 4v2 again for Paris. And well, that's going to lead to offensive wins, Joe.
Yeah, no, it really is. But honestly, Sib was the only one there. He's just able to find that snipe. He is happy about it. Here's potentially one of these rounds, right? Sib, he gets a little aggressive. He gets caught. Again, you don't hop on the bomb right away. Just waiting for that as Neptune's able to find Craze.
If Craze just paused there on the heady for a second, he might have had a freebie, but just kind of sprinting at it, trying to hope they get a timing, and Neptune wins that fight. Still, all offense. Back and forth, we continue to go. Maybe Paris trying to get the first defensive round win. Craze maybe seeing a little bit of info there, which is the jump peek from Envoy. Trophy eaten up. I'm not sure if the smoke got through as they're trying to get through on the cross, or if the trophy maybe ate it.
Oh, it's up top mid.
Okay.
So he just threw it to cross towards P1, and here we go. Maybe a slower round out of Paris. Don't get early pick, but you're gonna fly if you're Ravens. Take it to him. But
we're shot all three.
Yeah, he shoots everybody. Great finesse, able to play your life if you are Gentlemates. 2 versus 3 though for Nero and Exceed, but you got a flank in Sib. He's gonna push all the way through towards lobby side, and someone able to win a defensive round.
2-round gap now for Paris. Sib finding some success off the openers with this snipe. Gonna give it up for now. You're gonna get Envoy out the tunnel. He's been the tunnel reaper on offense. He'll get back into position. Spot similar to what we saw Craze doing on the other side of it. Just your fast omni movement shoulders playing for info.
Now we see this from both sides, right? From Craze and from Envoy. You're just trying to keep them honest towards B. Well, maybe you don't know he's down. He's able to hit the second as well. Exceed one of the best in the league. Well, not able to win a defensive round. Now you're going to get 2 in a row.
And that's a much needed one. Avoid that 5-2. Gets eyes on a couple of players. Envoy's got a bit of help here, and they want to play the ISO game. Or at least push Envoy up in position to take a one-on-one fight. So beautifully done. I thought was going to let him slip away one shot, but doesn't happen. Has a round 1 ace, now up to 8 and 4. 3 first bloods for Envoy. Sib, a ton of damage in it. Will get traded out. Neptune can't finish that though. Lurks with a huge gunfight win. The movement's disgusting. Exceed gets there with the help. All on Envoy now. Can't close it out. Hit marker. But he's gonna hit the second one. Maybe we don't give him angles to snipe us.
Yeah, they just want to hit this bomb down and try to avoid him, but he's going to take the fight to them. Sib is able to answer back, so it's a 2 versus 2. Envoy and Sib trying to do what they can.
Envoy quickly trying to work it around the flank. Lurks has got to go the other side. Lurks able to get his kill. It's on Envoy again. He couldn't get there in time to find his pick. Good reposition from Ravens. Or not. The help comes in. 5. Envoy's been all around ice combined. Envoy and Tunnel. It's okay there so much.
No, he's been controlling the entire game, and that is
why. Another one, bro. Another one.
You're just not challenging him, and then he's going to find another first blood. It's 4th or 5th. But you're going to take the fight to them into another 2 versus 2. After all the gunfights go down, the snipes go in. You lose yours if you are Paris. Exceed still alive.
He's chasing. Damage in. Can't finish off the kill. He's got help from Lurks. Well, the help's gonna get buried. Ghosty does damage to one, finishes the other. All on Exceed now, 1v2 for the map. Ghosty and Neptune hunting together. Exceed's got the snipe, maybe hit a quick one. Not able to connect. And it's a search and destroy win for this off the opening break, and it's going to be successful for Royal Ravens. Ghosty will be the last one alive on one front. That kill actually will delay things, though. He needed to come up with one, but not the utility. Going to connect for Royal Ravens. And in behind enemy lines will be Nero. He's able to slip through. Can they get through the score? It's going to be a 2-on-1 here for a moment. Chance to put through one. He's stunned up. He's stunned up again. Finesse at the box. Tries to go through and able to get it in. Exceed your leading score. Puts through another.
And for Ravens, right from the get-go, it felt like Paris were in an okay spot, but those nades land, and now they got to deal with this man again, finding a triple, another 4 dead. Exceed's already through, and this is what we're talking about. What do you want to do here? You're going to instantly go, but you have Exceed and Craze in position.
Yeah, these are these key plays where you try not to get countered. And you saw everybody off spawn, gentlemen, here. You no longer have Neptune here. Everybody's scrambling back to try to get into the fight from the Paris side as Royal Ravens content to just kind of lock it down for now. They got the early 2-0 edge, but EMP in a dangerous position, and now the pinch is going to come in. Pinch may not matter. It's actually going to allow Envoy to turn his head immediately, get on board, damage into Bull. Envoy's hot hand continues, and there's a score for Paris.
And that's just you lose the battles on both. You are dose, you just waste time.
The offset might end up being a great streak, though. Like that likely might have set up a score. You had a player forward for Paris, just trying to make sure you don't give anything up, and now you've got EMP control. Just what I mean, maybe it would have been a score, but just to listen, guarantee the defensive stop, change possession. And also, I'll trust whatever Exceed's thinking right now because he's 12-6. He's already put through one on the scoreboard. That's going to be 3 dead again for Paris, and that's going to be another score. That ends up being a great streak.
The top side, all of his teammates down, and he is just left out to dry. A potential counter, but Traze is in a great lurch spot. He's got to find the first.
But his back line's getting destroyed. He's going to pounce out.
Whoa.
He doesn't get the kill. Exceed is able to get 2. EMP still a threat. Last player going to drop. And that'll be a score for Paris with 40 seconds remaining.
Watch, just EMP like went back like 10 yards there as soon as he's able to find that kill. But yeah, it was just in the middle of the air. So yeah, you get another one on the board. You're still in the game. As good as this is looked, if you're Carolina, you're still in it if you're Paris.
You got a chance for more. You just killed 3. That'll be last guy dropped. Everybody else has been coming off a spawn. Neptune just frying you. Back-to-back quick scores for Paris.
You got another chance.
And you sure as hell do. Enough time to pick this up and play behind the OT. Envoy still forward. He's going to buy you 1. Not able to get the second. Big gunfight win by Neptune mid-map. He turns that into 2. Let's see if they can take the edge here.
Honestly, alive. The fact he's able to stay alive and get 1, that'll start the push here for Paris. Ghostie's going to get another. It's a 2 versus 1. Nero plays good D.
Yeah, he was mid-reload. I was like, if Sid can win this one. Looks like that's not going to happen, well, quite as successfully here, but they will still have numbers in the EMP control, and Lurks has gotten in behind enemy lines. Great shots in range with the sub. Movement is there to buy time for his teammate to chow with him. Craze is going to go ahead and get through, so that'll be the detonation and an early strike from Ravens again to go out in front.
I mean, you just weren't in position again to play any need. Like, Lurks just plays bot.
Leads to playmaking for Ravens. Sib, beaming though. He'll take down 2, and now he'll be pistol in hand with EMP control and try to chow forward with his teammate. Wants to go quickly before the reinforcements get there, and he gets the score right before it drops. Envoy, the lead blocker, is killing everybody for him. We're tied up as no team can find any kind of major gap in the scoreline.
Oh, God! And here we go. I mean, Neptune, I thought he was just going to stop and kill all spawn, but he finds all 4, and now you're going to be up 1 if you are Paris.
What in the hell is this stretch? It was 4 for Envoy, and then Neptune takes over. His enemies are just running away at this point. Get out of his way. But as I say that, the next 2 come through for Paris.
Are we back to Major 1 now? The way this guy is moving and getting lost. Him and Ghosty now on the attack.
It was him and Ghosty on attack at Major 1 that led their exposure. Overload, they're doing it again here. Chance for another one. 1 more player remaining. Can only stop 1. Sip's going to track back. It should be good to put this through. Up 2, 6-4. Lights out gameplay for Paris 2 to play.
Just so much back and forth.
Yeah.
We're online. We just normally see so many goal line stands. We have had none of that here. And now it's going to be another 4 dead, another attacking chance.
Ravens in trouble. And as they try to get in position, you've got Sip and Ghosty with a bit of a crossfire. Ghosty will chain that into 2. Last guy's looking forward to Exceed, but they're coming from the other end of it. Exceed's got a chance to pop 2 to stop this. Not able to do it. Maybe doesn't think there's 1 more there. Goes to grab the EMP, and then Neptune wins the 1-on-1.
Position. Exceed has no help off spawn.
He's worried the other way. He's worried he's coming panel sides.
Yeah, he has no info. He's just trying to get this out, or just hope he can buy some time for his teammates to get there, but cannot do it. So off that Hellstorm, they're able to put another one on the board. We're up to 7.
And the guns just getting so hot. Look at the top right for Paris. It is an all-out team effort. Neptune certainly leading the way, but that's going to flush through another 8-4. Early, and of course it is Envoy. He's been so good throughout this series, and he starts them off with 3. Envoy playing with confidence right now.
Yeah, immediately you see number 6 in Sim. You need this. Someone playing safety net. Don't flip the map accidentally. Allow them to have P2 control. You have to start. You want it. You're getting the early time. Then you can pick up the guys going on the long route. So a perfect start here for Genomates.
The spree finally drops there from Envoy after the 4-0 start, but to pick up the slack. Yeah, almost Neptune. We have 1 more bullet he's able to connect on him as Neptune. Praise actually turns that into a second one somehow. As the mid-map skirmishes continue, left side control still will be to Paris. They want to set up for the next hardpoint, but there is a big push through the front for Royal Ravens. Some massive gunfights going down. Sib able to walk away with 2. Envoy gets another, and that's early control here at P2.
Yeah, I mean, they were just kind of laid all over the place, Carolina. Reminds me this just start of map 1. Normally you want to be inside through garage. Nobody goes on a long route down low, and well, you are in hell.
Sib, Envoy combined for 13 and 2, both on 4 sprees currently. And yeah, your Royal Ravens, the definition of hell is just running into people pre-aimed on headies, and that's what you've been running into. All the position in the world for this Paris team. Your next chance at a push is going to come through a pick by Lurks on one side and a pick by Craze on the other. They're going to battle back in, but honestly, there's only 15 seconds remaining, so this point, it's kind of whatever. You've done the damage if you are Paris. But you kind of lose everybody at a tough time, so you're going to have to fight your way over to 3 as well.
Yeah, the only good thing here for Carolina is you're late on this if you are Paris. 6 and 8, they go at P2. Normally you just rotate through Dojo there, but you decide to hit that scrap time, so there's a chance you can win on both fronts if you are Ravens, get back into the game.
Yeah, I thought with like 15 seconds remaining when this first goes in.
I'm not sure.
I thought that just left just enough time for Paris to like rotate, but now this is set up for a great Royal Ravens hold this far.
And this is kind of like what we've seen, some of these undisciplined plays from these guys. Not a lot of it throughout map 1, but some here in map 4.
The point guys and Crazy and Lurks continue to at least find 1 from their position, then you set up narrow to get 2, and that is the absolute blender there for Paris. You're up, what, 60 to 15? It could have been a relatively easy rotation, or at least a good like 3-on-3 fight on rotation. Instead, that turns into a full, almost a full 60 for Ravens. You got to answer back here now for Paris.
And now you got Nero going. He's up to 9, coming off that 5 spree. And yeah, in a good spot here for the P4. You are all here though if you're Genomates. You're in a tight setup. Watch number 1 though, Nero. Off spawn, he's going on a long route. You are waiting for him if you are Ravens. Spawns will have a chance to attack.
But it's going to be chaotic around the point. The skirmishes continue. Last man standing will be Envoy. It's a double from Envoy again. 13 and 7 out of him. Going to buy his team some time here. A big multi. We'll see how much they can turn this into. Dude, look at him. He is in his bag right now. Dialing back the clock.
And sometimes it's annoying to just say, like, all right, just wait for land, wait for land. He's a vet, but that man has enough land titles to say that he is showing up here today.
No, honestly, they might have got this scrimming on land. He's like, oh yeah, I'm not ass.
Yeah, I remember how to do this.
But playing with some swagger currently, but still a delicate lead, up 40. And well, Paris, as we've seen over these 2 hard points, they might be a misplay away from things really swinging towards Ravens.
Be a break for Paris, but can you hold on? Answer is no.
I thought for a second Nero was like finessing that perfectly to keep them alive, but as you said, eventual answer no. So this will be Paris time for now. Number 2 on the route will be Exceed, trying to get through enemy lines. He's going to get picked up and shut down, and that's going to get pushed through and flip. He should be flying forward. Paris will try to get there and influence it. Only 1 is going to spawn P2 side. The rest are going to be spawned out. That's going to be up to Envoy to deal with it. But that's a textbook. Kill everybody, push forward, flip him out. Beautifully done there by Paris.
I mean, what a couple of lives out of Josie. Big props to him. Maybe he wasn't show up in the scoreboard, but he leads to the break at P1. He's able to find that player going on that pitch and Exceed to break the P1 again and get them to a good spot. But as you said, hold up, because you have control, but you're not locked in the back.
He's going to get his head peeled. Yo, I said, it looks so good for Paris, and then the next gunfight, or the next wave of fights, like Royal Ravens got every single kill, and suddenly they're in. So I thought this was going to be maybe an 80-plus point advantage for Paris. It's not looking that way at all. Craze is on 5 in a row. Maybe had a little bit of a slow series so far in the respawns, but he's starting to feel it. Exceed was putting him on his back maybe the last map. Now it's the rest of the squad picking it up.
And you'll have to see. I mean, Paris
this time they're just going to rotate, it looks like, yeah.
Yeah, but you might get it. Can we go to Craze's POV? With this objective time, you may get a Hellstorm. It's going to be close. You might need to add 1 more kill. If you can get that, maybe you get a clean break here and open this game up.
Yeah, he's going to need another.
Oh, well, he's dead.
And that conversation, nice setup, Joe, but it quickly is gone. Basically a tie game, but yeah, this time Paris, instead of hitting it 1 more time with a couple of players, they do opt to rotate the P3. We'll see if they find it. So Paris, take a breath.
Problem is, though,
look to build this lead, but spawns are close.
No, I'd say the problem is, though, they pushed through mid, so both sides were open. So you get some splits for Carolina. They spun up Dojo, so now you have to play to re-break this. I mean, this is good discipline here out of Paris. They kind of read that situation, and now they're just playing for the kills. It's all down to Lurks. He's going to be the final player here. Ghosty's doing what he can, but for P4, you are here if you're Genomates.
I mean, that's another P3 that probably could have gone better for Paris, yeah. But it keeps Ravens in this game. As it'll be just about tied again once this hard point finishes. It was chaotic here to start last time through. It's chaotic here to start again as everyone trying to get a foothold inside of the point.
Yeah, but a great breakdown of Ravens just right when they needed to spawn them out. But we talk about that, as you said, it was chaotic. They lose control on the hill is Paris.
Yeah, no one's been able to, like, you know, get a nice setup and push out spawns. Like, it's all been just battling.
I mean, since a clean start, but for Paris, after that, it's just been chaos on the map.
Who will thrive in the chaos? Well, it's been Dylan Envoy. That's been doing it, leading all players currently with 25, damage into 2 there, but not able to come away with either. About 50 more points needed. Paris will move on from the play-in into the double elimination bracket. Spawning out opposite side, or yeah, it's Envoy. That's going to be.
And now Paris are in a good spot, setting up this pinch again. But Nero's got to get involved. Well, the timing didn't work out great. There is the third coming in. Sib, the last player alive. That's going to be all 4.
I like the discipline there from Royal Ravens, but Nero on the route. A teammate backing it up immediately. Don't let anything get wonky with spawns.
And we're seeing that a lot more, that push through Dojo. And sometimes when you're spawning tree, you pick that up. But when everyone's kind of pushed forward, it's tough to do. But it's been some big praise here for Genomates, maybe doing it again.
Oh, just ripping right now. And that is some dangerous time for Paris. We'll get them just over the 220 mark, putting a lot of pressure to Ravens here. And Ravens, unfortunately, you get the rest of the time, you've got a chance to maybe win it at P2, or at least make a little desperation come out of Paris. Not going to be the case, though. They'll have. We'll see how long Ravens can hold this.
So far, so good.
So far, very good. But the thing is, they cannot win it here.
Yeah, Trace is playing very disciplined, doesn't want that back spawn in to come in like they did last time. He's locking this down. I mean, you have given them nothing through the front. Finally, Neptune's Oswan's gonna find one. There is an immediate trade. You're hoping nade stun starts to connect for the Genomates and lead to a break, and maybe it starts right now.
Paris have had so many clutch breaks. Another break there, just enough time to get the map victory. So Ravens have got to fly. The problem is you're pinned to the back right now, just trying to get through. For Paris, it's really been about the P2, P3 blunders. We'll see if we have maybe another one with the final 10 seconds. Ravens get through, and what do you opt to do? It looks like a couple are going to see in jump.
Well, I think Nero I feel like he has to play his life there, but he tries to play a little bit of hero ball. They know they have to go, and while Lurks is able to find the double,
Hold up a second.
Involved, and here we go.
Hold up a second.
Yeah, 6 more seconds here for Genomates.
P2 to P3 has been the combo all map long. Paris have not found the success here that they should. It's been all about the Ravens' plays. Praise. Talkton looking to get damage in. He'll get the damage in. Can Lurks in the trading both them out. Lurks dials it up for 3 before Neptune gets a multi-kill. But Neptune's ends up being big enough to keep the close ball. Set up Paris. Close out the series. Paris move on to practice.
Thank you very much, guys. Captain Envoy. After that first hard point, things started to slip away from you. What do you think went wrong in that first map?
Well, the first hard point, we started amazing and played awful the second half. There's no way else to say it. So a lot of mistakes, didn't get a lot of kills, and yeah, you came back on. So
why do you think you're making those mistakes?
Just getting flustered in the moment, maybe. I feel like the first half was us, and then the second half, we just got back into the bad habits that we had during the qualifiers. So it's just about cleaning up on that.
And as captain, what do you do to your teammates when they are making those mistakes?
I mean, we are all like equally accountable. I mean, I think it's just about following the game plan and getting our kills.
Well, the S&D game plan was slightly different, it feels like, to online. Because online, you're not necessarily the player we're looking to put up the kills, at least in Split 2. And yet here, on stage in Birmingham, you were dragging your team over the line. You were an absolute superstar. Tell me about the land difference we're seeing with you in S&D.
Yeah, I mean, LAN is always more exciting. I mean, the online matches I've been playing for a long time get quite boring, but that's no excuse. I've been playing poor this qualifier in this stage, but looking to turn it around here.
Yeah, and so for you, what's it like playing in Birmingham? Because you were with us back in 2020 in London. It's been 6 years. What's it like to be here in front of the UK crowd again?
I mean, UK crowd's unbeatable. We got the green suits back here too, so shout out those guys. And yeah, we look forward to playing more here.
Well, you do have a second life in the game at the moment, but how are you feeling about playing against the Miami Heretics?
I feel good. Obviously, they played really well this qualifier, seed 2, so I'm sure it's going to be a tough matchup, but I know we have what it takes.
And do you think it's going to be an upper bracket miracle run, or do you think you're going to have to go down?
One match at a time. I'm not going to jinx anything too early, but we're confident.
All right, well, before I let you go and get ready for your next matchup, why don't you say some words to the lads from Birmingham?
Hey, UK crowd, we want to hear you guys this weekend. I know you guys will show up, but see you guys later.
Thank you so much, Envoy. Let's head back to the desk.
That man is media trained. Great interview as always. Champion showcasing his skills on the stage. And that's kind of what caught us off in the green room was Envoy was leading the way in search and destroy. And you were saying he was the second worst search player in the whole league if you're looking at our online stats.
And this is why I will defend Envoy to the end of the line, man, because this guy will always turn up when you need him most. And, you know, after losing that map 1, we get to that search. It was back and forth battle.
Yeah, it was.
You needed him. He was finding bloods. He was getting away with his life.